Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of SSB Crack Exams. I am Chaitanya Purab and today we'll be discussing about daily current affairs for 1st June. So let's start talking about SSB Crack Exam. So we are a one-stop solution for all the major defense-related examinations like AFCAT, NDA, CDS, etc. For more details regarding the courses, you can visit to our official website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is SSB Crack Exams, where you'll find all the major current affairs video and defense related videos. You can also follow us on Instagram and don't forget to download our Android app from Google Play Store, that is SSB Crack Exams. Now let us start, guys. We shall start our session with yesterday's question of the day, and I asked you guys about what is Army Welfare Housing Organization and Army Welfare Education Society. So Army Welfare Housing Organization, it is a society which was formed back in December 1978 and it was formed under the Indian Societies Registration Act of 21 of 1860. Further, the aim and objective of this particular organization is to construct houses for serving or retired army personnel and their widows in selected stations throughout the entire country. Apart from that, if we talk about Army Welfare Education Society, so this organization was registered under the Societies Registration Act 21 of 1860 on 29th of April 1983 as Army Welfare Education Society. It being a statutory requirement for affiliation to CBSE, that is all the schools and colleges and all the institutions that comes under Army Welfare Education Society, they are affiliated to CBSE and they follow the NCERT curriculum. Okay, now let's move ahead, guys, and we shall start our sessions. And first of all, the very first news is from the IT sector, that is the IT Minister of India has launched a national portal of artificial intelligence, and the name of the portal is www.ai.gov.in. Right now, who launched this? So this was launched by the Union Cabinet Minister for this particular ministry, that is Ravi Shankar Prasad, and he launched India's National Artificial Intelligence Portal, and the address for this is this: National E-Governance Division of Ministry of Electronics and IT, whose minister is Ravi Shankar Prasad. He, and in collaboration with NASSCOM from the IT industry, they will be jointly running this particular portal. Now, what is the purpose of this particular portal? So this portal shall work as one-stop digital platform for all the artificial intelligence related developments in India, sharing of resources such as articles or be it startups, investments, funds in AI, that is everything, whatever I'm telling you, that is articles or be it startups or any investment funds related to any artificial intelligence only resources. Companies and educational institutions which are focusing on this particular sector, AI, and other things that is still related to AI, that is in India. Further, he also launched one more initiative, that is Responsible AI for Youth. Now, what will happen in this? So it will empower the youth or the young generation to become artificial intelligence ready. By, of course, we know that in the coming days AI will be going to bring a great amount of revolution in the field of IT sector and technological sector. So this initiative Responsible AI for Youth has been launched to empower the youth to become AI ready and also help reduce the skill gap that at present most of them have, while enabling youth to create meaningful social impact solutions by the help of artificial intelligence. The program is also designed to reach out to students from government schools pan India, it is all across India, and provide with them an opportunity to become part of the skilled workforce for artificial intelligence only in an inclusive manner. Right now, moving ahead, guys, the next topic is Department of Science and Technology has initiated COVID-19 National Supermodel for monitoring infection transmission. Now, what will happen in this national supermodel? So there will be some mathematical modeling based on statistical data, and they will model it and they'll use that to monitor the infection transmission due to COVID-19 or any particular disease. It could be used for any particular disease, but at present the main focus will be for COVID-19 virus only. Earlier also we have discussed that we have seen the news in the previous month that Department of Science and Technology also approved the mathematical modeling for this particular disease and the spread of the disease by using determinant and matrices method. So again, this news is in the this topic is in the news. So let's see what is that. So DST has initiated a COVID-19 Indian National Supermodel to help monitor the future transmission of infection, thus aiding or helping the decisions which is involved, the decisions which are made by the health ministry and the officials, ICMR, or everyone which is related to the health sector and the health system readiness and other mitigation measures. It is also imperative to bring in a robust forecasting model for predicting the spread and enhancing disease surveillance. And how this will help. So if we have the forecasting ready, if we can predict that okay, after a month this could be the number of cases, or this could be the amount of spread of, or the degree of spread of this particular disease, then we will be ready in advance for that particular situation. So that is how it is going to help the entire system or the healthcare system or the policy makers. Further, numerous mathematical models for COVID-19 forecasting and surveillance are being worked out by investigators already, like I said in the previous month, funded by, of course, Department of Science and Technology, and that too particularly by Science and Engineering Research Board, right? Now, moving ahead, it is also inspired by India's history of using mathematical models for disaster management. We have been using this these models for predicting the extent of the damage that can happen to the society or the environment or to the people in cases of various disasters that we have faced, natural calamities and disasters that we have faced in the past times. And of course, it is inspired by that only. And India's disaster management planning of meteorological events, like I said, DST, that is Department of Science and Technology, has initiated this exercise to create one model for the entire country that will be subjected to rigorous tests required for evidence-based forecasting. So now what actually will happen is that earlier what used to happen, that for every disaster or for every you can say a new kind of research, a separate model or separate mathematical model had to be developed, right? But after the development of this national supermodel, this will work as a template for all the research work. And with that you can of course you can say this will act as a single model for the entire country that will be subjected to different kinds of research and developments, right? This model will entirely rely only on the data in relevant to COVID-19 as of now. Further on, it will be expanded and have an adaptive built-in component to learn from newer trends in the data, right? So since it will be a robust supermodel, so every new change or every new addition to the data will be, of course, adjusted accordingly. It will aggregate successful evidence-based mathematical and statistical forecasting models and include the best predictive analytics for robust forecasting of infectious disease spread. Okay, now let's move ahead, guys. The next news is from again the biotechnological department, that is establishment of 4 new COVID-19 biobanks or biorepositories by the Department of Biotechnology will take place. So Niti Aayog has recently issued guidelines for sharing of biospecimens, that will be specimens from the positive cases, and data for research related to COVID-19. ICMR has already notified. ICMR is Indian Council of Medical Research, who has been actively monitoring and regulating everything which is going on in the country related to COVID-19 as of now. They have notified 16 biorepositories or biobanks for collecting, storing and maintaining clinical samples of COVID-19 patients for further research and development purpose. Okay. Now, the enlistment of 16 biorepositories are as follows. So out of total 16, 4 will be monitored by Department of Biotechnology. 9 will be monitored by ICMR, and it is already being monitored by ICMR, and CSIR will monitor 3 of them. Apart from that, these designated facilities will develop uniform SOP, that is standard operating procedures for sample collection, transportation, aliquoting, and storage and sharing of the samples. The role of biobanks for COVID-19 samples would be development of vaccine and treatments primarily, and guidance regarding handling, including nasopharyngeal swabs, basically the method of sample collection, and also the conditions under which the higher BSL-3 practices should be followed. Now, the next news is an appointment. So, Lieutenant General Manoj Pande has been appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of Andaman and Nicobar Command, and he's basically an alumnus of NDA, and the general officer was commissioned into the Corps of Engineers in December 1982, back in December 1982. He will precede current Commander-in-Chief, that is Lieutenant General Podali Shankar Rajeshwar, who will retire on 30th of May 2020. And of course, about the current Commander-in-Chief, for his distinguished services, he had been awarded the Param Vishisht Seva Medal on 26th of January this year only, 2020, and appointed as an honorary aide-de-camp to the President of India in November 2019, that is last year. Now, we shall end today's news articles with the current COVID-19 update in India. So, as of now, the total number of cases as of 1st June 8 a.m., the total number of active cases has reached the 93,000 mark, and it is 93,322 to be specific. Also, the number of cured cases or the number of discharged patients has also increased, and it has increased to 91,818, which is a good sign. Unfortunately, the number of death has increased to 5,394. Yeah, so that's it, and let's move ahead and quiz time, guys. So now I'll ask you the questions from today's session. The first question is, which recent sector has got a portal from the central government? The options are artificial intelligence, augmented reality, machine learning, or none of the above. So the correct answer is artificial intelligence. www.ai.gov.in. Union government has launched this portal. Now the next, so the correct answer is of course A. The next question is, who has been appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of Andaman and Nicobar Command? And the correct answer for this is of course option A, option B, Lieutenant General Manoj Pande. Option A, he was the current Commander-in-Chief, General Podali Shankar Rajeshwar, and he has been preceded by Lieutenant General Manoj Pande. So the correct answer is option B. Talking about the question of the day. So the question of the day for you guys is, what are biorepositories? Answer your question in the comment section, and the correct answer to this will be told in the next session. Till then, thank you and have a nice day. Jai Hind.